So when we try forward Bassai Dai, that first movement in Bassai Dai, then we're really going from our right leg, then our left leg. Right leg is pushing to kind of trigger that momentum, and then as you start to go, your left leg kicks in. So it's right, then left. There's right, left to drive in, yeah? You move your hands to the side as your hip goes in. If this is where my hands are, right? I'm like say I'm holding this pole. Like I'm not pulling that back. That's staying where it is, and I'm moving. I'm moving to that point. Now put that same feeling in Bassai Dai into Bassai Sho. So instead of this pulling back, think side. Think sideways. As your body moves in, you're still driving with your right leg, driving with your left, sideways push, and then strike. This 1, 2. So going in, then coming back, yeah? It's like this kind of emphasis. So like that was the original Passai, the original meaning of Passai. How did that produce both Bassai Dai, Bassai Sho? Well, kind of intent is quite similar, right? So if Ross was attacking again, and I was blocking and then coming up this feeling coming up, yeah? Like it's no different from this feeling. Do you understand? Slightly, well, it means what he's doing is the same, what I'm doing is different, but my intent is the same, the conclusion is the same, but how I go about that is slightly different. So you feel like you're blocking and then putting it into an armbar. So you're blocking and you can come round and offline, which is fine as well. You do this in the kata, yeah? You don't have to stick strict to your %. But ultimately this is the block and this is the armbar. Just going round, Sotsuke, Meigu, Chuke. You're scooping round, one hand, two hand, your choice, then driving forward Sotsuke. Let me just show you Passai. Yeah? Passai was this. So from here, you made Sotsuke, Nike, Meigu, Chuke. Then from here, you made this kind of shikadachi, and you scooped round, and then you made dekoashidachi. Ross kicks my getting. I scoop round, and then from here, I throw him. Scoop round and throw. That was the original application of it. And from that movement, you got Bassai Dai, Bassai Sho. From here, right leg move, scoop round, and making Heisudachi, Tetsuri. Ude Barai, round to Tetsu. The sense of Shotokan is that there's 3 basic hand positions. The first is this thumb is in. Can you see that? This thumb is in and your fingers aren't touching. This is Bassai Dai. Okay, second is this thumb is in, always thumb in actually, and fingers are touching. This is Bassai Sho. And then the third one is Kanko Sho, where your hand is touching. Passai, you're coming from this point and you're moving, so you step forward and then you step back. Shito. This is the old shito, yeah? And then you're blocking the movement to the side and grabbing, and there's a big gap. There's a big gap. This is cover. This is like hikite hand. This one is like hikite hand. After you've blocked, you've grabbed, and then from here you're grabbing and before making shito again, right? So that's the original Passai. From that we got Bassai Dai, Bassai Sho. The original is someone punching and you're blocking and grabbing. This is to take the sting out of it. This is to take the sting, this is to grab. So if you slow it down, I know where that hand is. I don't actually lose contact with that hand until I grab. And then from here I take the knee out as I pull, yeah? That's the basic application from it. From that we got that, and that's why these hands don't touch. Bassai Sho, generally speaking, is someone grabbing. This is Ikkyu, Aikido Ikkyu, where you're touching, and then putting them into an arm lock. This is basic. It's in Aikido, it's called Ikkyu. Kanku is much more punching, and you're moving round this way. So down, round, shoulder, lock, boom. And then, normally it's a hizageri or maigeri, that kind of thing, so as you're pulling them in. So that's completely different. Although it looks the same, it's a completely different application. Ending up Passai, you're going 1, 2 from here. Then this is a block, and then this is a blocking coming back, and then to 45, so you're looking 45 degrees, and then you're going to move this way, but your focus is in the other 45. You block and you pull down in Passai. This Bassai Dai of half step stepping in and then coming 45 degrees, then half step stepping in, kind of makes sense. You're kind of hitting all those notes. Bassai Sho, where you're first of all coming this way and pulling down, and then stepping across, coming down. then in essence they're the same movement. Ich.